If you watch someone preparing a meal, especially a master chef, as they go through the process, it looks like there's a disaster in the kitchen because there are so many things going on at once. Pots and pans flying everywhere and pieces of food everywhere. And I know a master chef cleans up after themselves, but a home cook, that mess may be there for a minute until they get it all in the oven, and then they take a minute to slow down. I think leadership's kind of like that. I'm Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. I believe that a great analogy for leadership is to not just be the person as the server who takes the plate from the kitchen and delivers it to the table. Being a great leader isn't even just being the chef in the kitchen who prepares the meal and then skips the server and brings it to you. Being the chef isn't just the person who takes it out of the freezer or the refrigerator or off the ice or cuts it from the boxes that the veggies are delivered in. But a great leader, in my opinion and in my experience, is the one who's willing to go off into the woods to harvest just the right stuff. There's a show that my wife watches about cooking. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but it's a competition show, and all of the chefs have to make some gourmet meal, and they're given the strangest stuff that you might walk through the pasture and go, oh, don't step on that. And that's what they're brought to say, make a meal out of that. And it's a challenge because they're asked to prepare what many of us wouldn't even see as food. Maybe it's a problem. Maybe it's a nettle, a cactus, a snake. And we look at it and go, I don't want anything to do with nettles and cactuses and snakes. Oh my, thank you very much. But the job of these chefs and this particular show is to take the rarest of the rare, the most bizarre, the most unusual, the most combative foods, if you will, and make them into something delectable. To be able to take that from the pasture, if you will, from the wild lands of the safari, back into the kitchen. To lay them out across the counter and say, okay, so that's a seasoning and that's actually meat and that's the protein for this meal and that will be the carbs for this meal and that will be, well, that's just an accent that will be on the plate. And then to take the time to properly cook, to properly clean, to properly season, to properly prepare each one of these bizarre ingredients, to have a little bit of a snake cactus lasagna at the end of the day. That's the job of the leader. Because we know that not everything in life comes prepared in such a way that your business, your team, your family even can look at the challenges of life and go, oh, there's a can of solution. Let me run to the grocery store and grab that. Oh, obviously, you can grab your canned peas or your canned green beans or your sliced beets or fruit cocktail. You can grab them in the can right off the shelf. They're already prepared. Pop the top open, pour it in the bowl, you're good to go, right? But what's the real nutritional value of that? Number one. Number two, what's the real process value of that? What have you learned along the way? There's something about figuring out how to get the fruit out of a cantaloupe or how to get the fruit out of a pineapple or a coconut. And how much of which one belongs in the mix of the fruit salad? How much of each one is going to give you a sugar rush or an overload? Or which one is a great accent for other foods? A pineapple with a chicken breast is a really good combination. Coconut with the chicken, well, you don't want like a whole slice of coconut. You just want some shavings. Shavings of coconut on your popcorn shrimp. That's perfect. A little pineapple sauce to dip that in. Now you've got a great use of pineapple and coconut and shrimp or chicken. And I think you got a great meal. But see, it's the job of the leader to look at the challenges that lie in front of the team and not bring you all of the cactuses and the snakes and go, here, figure out what to do with that. But instead, to bring to you a menu, a selected plate that says, I've looked through all of these problems. I've looked for a solution in each one of them. I've found a way to prepare what you see as a problem instead as a lesson. And so my delivery to you is to bring to you daily, right here in this Leading Leaders podcast, 5 minutes worth of information that I've gathered from other places, places that I've researched, things that I've read, people that I've listened to, seminars that I've attended. And like the chef who's walking across the plains of the deserts or the prairies or the mountains and pulling these strange little herbs and gathering these strange little foods to bring them back and prepare them in a way that within 5 minutes of a leadership lesson, you can get some good nuggets for the day to carry on for your day, like a quick snack, like driving through a Smoothie King in the morning on your way to work. Something nutritious, something value, something powerful that will make a difference in your life. That's what I want to do here on Leading Leaders podcast, because I believe that is the role of leaders everywhere. Not just to say, hey, there's a Sonic down the road or there's a Chick-fil-A, but to say, hey, realistically, let me take all of what's out there and prepare the very best for you. I'm Loren Norris with Leading Leaders podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day. Leadership team. If attitude is going to have a deep impact on your business and bottom line, make it a positive attitude with a positive impact. Visit jlorennorris.com/attitude hack